Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy WattsTV, man, and today I have an update for you guys regarding the Akaash situation. So apparently Akaash has directly addressed the situation that is going on between him and his wife, and he's been talking about it within his stand-up. But before we get into it, just a quick couple announcements. So if you guys don't care to hear the announcements, I'll put a timestamp in the description down below so that you guys can move forward. Okay, announcements. So it is December 1st, and as you guys can see, I am very festive. All right, I love Christmas. I love this time of year, and I'm generally in a really good mood this time of year. So with that being said, I am going to post a video for you guys every day in the month of December. The only days where I won't post a conventional video are Saturdays, but that's only because I will be streaming that day, so I still will be providing content for you guys. And not only will I be posting every day for the month of December, but I will also be giving you guys member videos as well. So if you guys have not joined my membership yet, make sure that you do, because you do not want to miss out on the member only videos. But yep, that's all the announcements I have for now. I really want to start posting more videos more frequently, and there may even be days where I post 2 videos in one day. Who knows? But guys, I am taking content creation extremely serious. I want to do this full time, so I'm gonna have to increase my output a little bit, and what better month to do that in than December? But I'm really looking forward to it, man, and I really do appreciate you guys, and I really do appreciate all of the support. But anyway, before we start talking about Akaash, I just wanted to remind you guys to please do not forget to share, like, and subscribe. It really helps out with the channel, and it lets me know that you are rocking with the content. And while you're at it, please do me a favor, do not forget to join the Discord, and also make sure that you subscribe to the gaming channel as well. I'll leave a link to both of those in the description down below, and also make sure that you hype the video, man. I really do appreciate you guys. Okay, without further ado, Akaash. So for those of you that do not know, there has been a crazy controversy going on with Akaash saying he's a comedian and his wife. To make a long story short, his wife is going through insane lengths to embarrass this man. She admitted in front of him that she basically wants to have sex with her podcast co-host husbands in front of Akaash. She constantly disrespects him and berates him. The woman literally said she missed college because she missed popping her vagina for white frat boys. So yeah, she's making life really hard right now for Akaash. But anyway, somebody actually went to his comedy show and they were basically reporting how the comedy show went, and I just wanted to share this with you guys, and this was on Reddit. So without further ado, let's just read what happened. It says, I went to the 7 p.m. show last night, and it was extremely awkward. He was clearly not processing this situation well, and he ended the set 20 minutes early. Ooh, 20 minutes early? Yikes. For a comedian to end a show 20 minutes early, I feel like that's never a good sign. You either have like an emergency or you're probably bombing, you know? I only found out about his wife the day of the show, and honestly, after seeing that set basically be his therapy moment about it, I am way more suspicious of controversy than before. This is clearly something he's insecure about, even though he tried way too hard to make it seem like he wasn't. Ooh. He spent the first 10 to 15 minutes of the set talking about the controversy, how his wife has been loyal to him, and everything she has been saying is just jokes and it's fine with him. First of all, I said that they were gonna do this. Everything is behind the guise of, oh, she's joking. It's just a joke. But what kind of joke is humiliating your husband? What kind of joke is going on TikTok, looking into the camera and saying, I miss popping my vagina for white frat boys? Where's the punchline? Where is the punchline? Now, look, I get it. There are TikTok couples that, you know, joke with their husbands and joke with their spouses, but not to this degree. It just doesn't come off as her joking. She seems dead ass serious in what she is saying. And I'm confused because obviously this is not Akaash's first rodeo. Akaash has been on social media for quite some time now. He knows the game. He knows how this goes, right? There's no way in hell he looked at some of her content on TikTok and was like, you know what? I'm okay with this. I think this is funny. I think this would be good to put on the internet. Because, okay, for the sake of argument, right? Let's just say they have this type of relationship where they make these type of jokes towards each other. That's fine. I understand people have different dynamics within their relationship. That's great. But that is also between you two. If you make these type of jokes on TikTok without letting people know that you are actually joking, then it doesn't seem like a joke anymore. And I genuinely do not think that she was joking. No one in the crowd knew how to take this information, and I truly believe that the majority of fans there had no idea any of this was going on. This only made him spending like 1/3 of his set on it even more awkward. He then proceeded to jokingly call his wife a whore every time he brought her up, which was not helping. Yikes. I think it ruined his whole set and the mood never recovered, which I think is why he ended early. I honestly don't give AF about he or his wife's, sex life, but if the orgy stuff is really just jokes, then clearly he's not cool with it. Yikes, and hides it. And or she's not very funny and no one close to her has told her this yet. Curious to hear if anyone else went to the later sets and had a better experience. He's still in San Francisco till Monday. Something that this person said was very key here. Even if these are just jokes, bro, she's not funny. Akaash, if the point in her TikTok and her social media in general is to be funny, help her write jokes. Help her write material. If she wants to talk about you, if she wants to make fun of you, help her write some self-deprecating material, I'm sure that's probably very easy to do because everything that she said, everything that she's been doing online, I don't find it funny. Most people don't find it funny. The fact that most people do not find it funny should really tell you something. It doesn't seem like these are just jokes, bro. And yeah, I'm sure he's bothered by it. I'm sure I would be if my wife was like this. Absolutely. So now we're going to be listening to audio straight from Akaash from one of his sets about this entire situation. Let's get into it.
Talking about, again, I don't think these narratives, people calling your wife a gold digger and a whore and all these other things, it's a shitty thing. So I'm gonna tell one story.
Okay, so he admittedly said that it's a shitty thing. He doesn't like that people are doing this. He doesn't like that people are calling his wife a whore and a gold digger. Why the hell didn't you tell her not to post certain things on TikTok? And it makes you look insane. Like, come on, bro.
Story that I have never even told her. Honestly, she has no idea of this story. My wife and I met in 2014. I was not making much money. I was getting $25 a night doing stand-up. I was on MTV shows that paid dog shit money. If she was a gold digger, I didn't even have 10 to get the bitch, to be honest. But then in 2018, I went flat fucking broke. 34 years old, I probably made $4,000 that entire year.
Hold on. Hold on. He said he was doing stand-up, right? He was doing stand-up. He was only getting $25 a night for stand-up. But he also said he was doing MTV shows that weren't paying shit. Honestly, you could make the argument that she stuck around with you because she saw the potential. You were already on MTV shows. You were doing stand-up constantly. You were consistent. One could argue that she smelled that money from a mile away. So you saying that really doesn't mean much here.
And we couldn't even afford the living room we lived in New York City. We had to move out of that apartment and move to New Jersey. And what's even sadder than moving to New Jersey is I had to save up money to move to New Jersey. So we had to stay on her friend's house for almost a month. We were basically homeless for a month. So I could save money to move to New Jersey. And I remember the night before we went to the couch, we had to stay in our apartment illegally. We were supposed to have been out by like 12 p.m. We moved everything out, but we didn't have a place to stay, so we had to stay there that night. It was just me and her sleeping on a hardwood floor. I'm 34 years old. She's 25 years old. I'm looking at this girl like, man, you could go be with an Indian who's a doctor, like a real Indian. You're a beautiful girl. You have so much ahead of you. Me, I don't know what my life is going to be. I'm 34. I'm fucking broke. This dream might not ever happen, but I'm too fucking moronic to quit. And I have nothing to give her. It's just a light jacket. It's like October. We have nothing. So I hand her the jacket, and then she said, what's this for? I said, you can use that as a pillow. And then she goes, well, what are you going to use? And I said, I'll figure it out. She handed me back the jacket. She goes, you take this. And then she laid with her head on my chest and her arm around me, the entire night. And I remember thinking in that moment, this is why I haven't shared this with her, because I remember thinking, I don't know if I'm going to be able to marry this girl because I'm so broken, I'm in such a bad place, and it's a dark fucking time in my life. But I know I will never find a girl that loves me this much ever again. And I will never find a girl who rides for me this hard ever again.
Okay. All right. That last part is a little concerning for me because right then and there he said, I will never get a girl to love me this much. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I feel like she's taking advantage of that fact. I feel like she knows that. I feel like she knows that he thinks that, and she's taking advantage of it. Okay, so here's the thing, right? First off, let me just say, if that story is true, yes, that's a nice story, okay? Very sweet, yada yada, blah blah blah. I hear you. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, I'm struggling a little bit here because you can tell this is him running defense. Like, he has to say something to get people off of her back. He has to say something to justify what the hell is currently going on. Now, did that story really make me change my perspective on things? No, I'm not gonna lie to you. No. And I was digging a little deeper in these Reddit comments. Now, keep in mind, what I'm about to say is alleged. I don't know if this is true, but going back to the whole, like, oh, I was, getting paid very shitty on MTV, yada, yada, yada. Someone claimed, like I said, I don't know if this is true. Someone claimed that there was a clip where he was saying that he was making 6 figures from these MTV shows. Now, to be charitable, that could have happened after the fact. After this story, I don't know, but it's most definitely something to think about. Besides that, I just find this whole thing really funny that they're both trying to deflect at this point. It seems like they're really trying to deflect by saying, oh, why are you calling me a gold digger? Why are you calling her a gold digger? We're okay with our situation, blah, blah, blah. But the point is the blatant disrespect, honestly. You have blatantly disrespected this man. I don't care what you say. And I'm always going to go back to this example. If you say while you're married that you miss popping your vagina for white frat boys while you're married, divorce. That is grounds for a divorce. If my wife says some crazy shit like that to me, yeah, I'd be like, oh, okay, I don't want to be with you anymore. That's insane. You miss being a whore for white frat boys. That's what you miss. You have a loving husband who is literally willing to give you anything and everything. He is willing to get berated by you. He is willing for you to constantly call him out of his name. He is willing to sit there and hear you talk about how you want to have sex with another man that is sitting directly beside him. He is willing to do all of this. It honestly makes Akaash look pathetic. It makes him look weak. It makes him look like he doesn't have a spine. I will say that Akaash has no right to talk about relationships and to talk about other people's relationships when he cannot properly manage his own. But guys, let me know your thoughts. Leave a comment down below if you agree, if you disagree. Please do me a favor and leave a comment down below. Like I said before, do not forget to hype the video. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Also, make sure you join the Discord and make sure that you subscribe to the gaming channel as well. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.